WD-40 Bike Dry Lube works best in dry and dusty conditions, providing long-lasting lubrication and protection for your bike chain. First, place the bike on a stand so that the rear wheel is free to turn. Also, place a rag under the chain to catch any excess lube. To apply, place the drip applicator just above the chain over the cassette and apply directly onto the chain while turning the crank slowly in a counterclockwise direction. This will ensure deep lubrication on the entire chain. Its precise drip applicator minimizes any wasted product, making it easier to apply just where you want it. Make sure to wipe off any excess lube when finished. The oil penetrates directly into the links of the chain before drying, leaving a very thin, active layer to provide longer-lasting lubrication and reduced wear and tear. Regular lubrication will help reduce friction and wear on chain links, ensuring optimum drivetrain performance.
Our biodegradable Link Lube Dry Weather Chain Lube uses a unique blend of waxes suspended in water-based emulsion to give you a clean running, quiet chain for the driest and dustiest conditions. Link Lube All Weather is our one-stop chain lube for most British conditions. But if it's dry and dusty, you're going to need a bespoke dry lube to keep your chain running for longer, cleaner, better.
So, there's 3 important steps when you're applying our dry lube. First of all, get your foaming degreaser out, get all the dirt and grime out of the chain, make sure it's dried off properly after washing it. Secondly, when you're applying, make sure you apply it to the inside of the links of the chain. That's where all the action is. Third, you've got to wait for it to dry clear before riding. This makes sure the waxes are completely dry to prevent dust sticking to your chain. Fourth, go out and pin it.
And don't forget, Link Lube Dry for when it's drier than a
Ceramic Wet Lube is Finish Line's most advanced and effective wet lubricant. Ceramic Wet Lube is our high-performance wet lubricant with ceramic boron nitride particles. It's a product designed for extreme weather conditions, long-distance riding, durability, and efficiency. Ceramic Wet Lube is a fully synthetic lubricant, but it has ceramic boron nitride particles added to it, which makes lubricant incredibly efficient and smooth over long periods of time. Ceramic lubricants are unique in the fact that they're called barrier lubricants. They're actually small particles that adhere to the disparities in metal. We found marrying our synthetic wet lubricant with the technology of ceramic boron nitride resulted in an exceptionally efficient and smooth lubricant.
It's a proven fact. Purple Extreme lubricates, protects your equipment, and stays clean for 400 miles. Other bike industry chain lube manufacturers make some tall claims about how their products work. What they never talk about is the aftermath of using their stuff. This is typical drivetrain pollution after about 100 miles. You can get cheaper chain lubes, but then you have to use them.
Stop cycling pollution. Get Purple Extreme.
This is the original green oil chain lube. It is the world's greenest chain lube. It lasts around 125 miles between applications, stops rust, and reduces friction. It's even won awards from the bike industry for performance. Green oil is easy to apply with its snap cap and easy to use long nozzle. Ideally, apply green oil chain lube to a clean chain. A quick wipe down is better than nothing. Finally, wipe the excess with a rag from the outside of the chain. Don't worry about getting it on your skin or in the garden. It contains no PTFE, which makes a carcinogen in its production.
The bottle is made from 100% recycled plastic from UK recycling bins. That means each bottle can come out a completely different colour. The product's made in the UK and the formula is 100% biodegradable.
Green oil. Join the revolution.
In order to get the best results out of your single application of Smooth, a couple of things need to be done right. When you're converting from your old lube to smooth for the very first time, it's really important to clean the chain properly and make sure that it's dry before you apply smooth. When applying smooth, it's easiest to put the chain in the middle of the cassette. Put your hand on the chain stay to stabilize it. Aim with a nozzle in the middle of the chain and then let it flow on. It's really important to put the right amount of lube on the chain to make it last the whole ride. A good indication that enough smooth has been applied to the chain would be a small web of lube forming between every second chain link. It's important to remember that 50% of what you visibly see on the chain will evaporate overnight after the application.
Shut up, chain! Oh wow, that's like magic.
So to start with, to optimize the efficiency of Squirt Lube products, we're going to start by cleaning a new chain. So I'm going to use the BioBike 100% concentrate to clean the chain. So key is here we want to get the chain clean. I've used the BioBike, but you can use other cleaners. The thing to remember is you want to make sure we get the chain clean with no residue on it. Before I apply the Squirt Lube, I want to make sure the chain is completely dry. So I've left it after I cleaned it a little while to ensure that it's completely dry to the touch. Now I'm going to apply the Squirt Lube to the chain. So I'm going to go ahead and put the first coat of Squirt Lube on. I'm going to be more liberal with this coat than I am with the second coat because I want to make sure I completely cover the chain with the lube. So I'm going to drop it on each individual link. You can also spin the chain backwards and drop it on to spread it evenly on the chain. So I let the first coat to dry or set up overnight, and that was more liberal coat. I'm going to put on a second coat now before we go out and use the bike, and I'm going to put that on pretty thin. So now with that light coat, we're done. So for optimum performance with Squirt Lube, maybe reapply every 100 miles or so to keep the bike running super smooth. Timex has chosen Squirt Lube this year due to the fact that it's been tested as the fastest chain lube by VeloNews.
With White Lightning Clean Ride, bicycle chains work better and last longer. Clean Ride goes on wet and sets up into a dry wax that sheds when contaminated with dirt and grime, leaving you with a clean and smooth running chain no matter the conditions. To apply Clean Ride, start by shaking the bottle thoroughly. With the chain in the middle of the cassette, begin backpedaling. Aim the bottle of Clean Ride at the chain and spray a steady stream of lubricant to fully coat the chain. Continue to backpedal so the lubricant can completely sink in. To finish, use a rag or paper towel to wipe off any excess lubricant. Remember to reapply every 50 to 75 miles. Finish Line Dry Lube Aerosol has all the same great features as the drip bottle combined with the ease of aerosol application. Dry Lube uses a proprietary quick-dry technology so the lube sets up as a dry, wax-like film that repels dirt and grime. This long-lasting lube prevents rust and makes pedaling easier, shifts smoother, and extends the life of expensive drivetrain components. To apply, spray Dry Lube generously on the chain while backpedaling. For best results, spray on the chain while it is over the cassette. After application, wipe off any excess lube to keep the chain clean. Dry lube is also great for lubricating derailleurs. Simply spray the front and rear derailleur and wipe off any excess lubricant for smoother and faster shifting.